Hi, this is Sean and welcome back to our series of videos on Magento. Today I'm going to do a brief overview of some of the key features that appear on in the Magento e-commerce software. I won't be covering areas that we've already covered in previous videos, and we're just going to cover them from left to right. So we're going to start off in sales, orders. Now we're going to do a couple of things here. I'm just going to step through the process of how to create a new order. This would be done. This is done manually when perhaps you have a customer who's not comfortable with doing an online transaction and may call in and actually you decide to do a transaction through the Magento database. So click on Create New Order. Now if the customer is a new customer, you can create a new record, or if they're an existing customer, you can simply browse through your customer base and select their record. Now if the customer had been logged in and perhaps added products to the shopping cart or wish list, they would appear in this area here. You can also go through the recently viewed products area and perhaps go more directly to the product which they may be referring to over the phone. Alternately, if need be, you can actually browse your product database and add them directly through this aspect. Once you have your items in the shopping cart, you can simply then select a billing and shipping address, the method of payment, and submit the order. And once that order is submitted, it will appear here in the database, and you can see that it's pending. So we're just going to view that order. Okay, now let's just say that we've now ready to ship this order. You can click on Ship. Now, it's a good idea to use some of these features in Magento because it's you can keep your customers informed as to the status of their order with a flick of a switch, and it also allows you to keep relevant tracking information with the courier company, etc. In Magento, so that it's visible to any staff member that needs to query a product which has been sent through a freight company. So, and you do that by adding a tracking number here in Magento and selecting the freight courier. Now, if it's not here in the list of selections, you can also add a custom value and type the freight company here. Excuse my typing, and a number, tracking number. Right. Now, once you've done that and you press on Submit Shipment, the status in this order will then change to complete, and also the relevant history. There will be history appended to that particular record as well. Now, in addition to invoices, basically is done. Invoicing is done once you've created an order manually in the system. You can actually invoice a company. So you might have a company that's wants you to send them an invoice for X amount of items. So you would do that by manually creating a sale through the Magento system, and then selecting invoice, and that will generate an invoice which you could obviously track through the Magento system. So that basically covers invoicing. Shipments will cover any particular product that has been shipped. Credit memos, any credit memos that have been attached to any particular customer records or transactions will appear here, and vice versa with the transactions area. We don't need to go any further into this area here. Manage products, manage categories, and attribute sets we've covered in previous videos. And we'll just switch over to customers. Now, manage customers, pretty basic. You can just click on that. It'll list your entire customer database, and you can just go in there and edit customer details, etc. Customer groups. Now, for the most part, most people probably won't use this, but if you have perhaps a large customer database and you wish to perhaps create groups which are and have discounts associated to particular groups, i.e., for instance, if you had a VIP customer base, which you may say give 10 or 15% discount, you would do that by creating a VIP group and then appending customers to that VIP group, so that and then creating a price rule, which we'll cover very shortly, that would say that all VIP customers receive 10 or 15% off. And here we are, promotions, catalog price rules, and shopping cart price rules, which I was just previously referring to. Basically, the difference between the two is that with catalog, the rules in which you set up will appear whilst you're to the customer whilst they're browsing the catalog area, whereas a shopping cart price rule will only appear when they add items to the shopping cart. So if you've given them a discount when they've reached a certain shopping amount, like for instance, buy $100 worth of products and receive 10% off, then when they add those products to cart, when they reach that threshold of more than $100, then the shopping cart price rule would apply. Now, we won't cover newsletters. CMS, basically, Pages really covers any static content that you may wish to add to the Magento system. So in other words, if you wanted an About Us page, a customer service page, you can see that there's the home page management there as well. That's all managed through this area. So you would link to these static pages manually, either through your footer, your sidebar, by means of a text link or perhaps a graphic link. So there's a few ways you can do that. Reports, there are just several different reports that you can do through Magento. Abandoned carts is a good one for follow-ups. If you've had, it's probably a good idea to run that on a daily basis to see, customers that have perhaps gone through the process of registering with you, adding things to cart, and then perhaps abandoned. You want to know, who they are, and perhaps why they didn't purchase, and a follow-up email or call, you could well make a sale. So definitely worth sort of pursuing the abandoned cart section on Magento as well. We won't cover the system area other than just a few important things. If you're doing product entry, a couple of things, areas that you would like to get access to, need to know about a cache management and index management. So you will find that when creating attributes, for instance, you will need to refresh the index management. So you will need access to this particular area here, and generally once you've added an attribute, you need to refresh that particular index. So it's good to have access to this area here. Now, and also cache management. Often when you do a lot of product update, you will find that the product listings will no longer be in sequential order. So you need to sort of refresh the cache to sort of make those changes take effect. So basically, you can see here, actually, I'm in the process of construction at the moment, so I've disabled the cache. But if this was enabled, then I would simply select all and flush the Magento cache for those changes to take effect. And that's basically concludes our video at this moment in time. So thanks for watching.